Now, looking at your thinking and your beliefs and essentially managing your mindset comes up throughout the 8 model. We specifically look at things around managing your mindset in the emotions and also the belief parts of the model. But as you know, 8 model is all geared towards helping you move forward, make changes, and live a more successful, happier life. So when you're looking at making changes in order to feel happier or achieve big things, we can't help but look at your mindset quite a lot along that journey. So what do I specifically mean when I'm saying mindset? Well, I am speaking to you if you are the kind of person who knows that maybe, for example, you sometimes lack confidence. Maybe you sometimes feel anxious about what you're doing or what you're not doing, and you want to know how to get more control over your life and more control over the things that you actually want to achieve. Maybe you just generally want to feel happier. You maybe want to feel more confident. Or maybe you're the kind of person that has a lot of self-doubt, and maybe that's in one area of your life, or maybe it's in multiple areas. Now, one of the first things I want to say to you, if you're feeling any of these things or you've had any of these experiences of feeling doubtful or anxious or worried or not knowing how to go forward, and as cheesy as it sounds, I just want you to know that you are not alone. Everybody, even the most confident person that you could meet, will sometimes or at some stage in their life have these kinds of feelings. In my experience of working as a psychologist, and like I've said before, I'm really privileged to get a real insight into people's lives. Then I can tell you that underneath all those layers, so all those social layers or those superficial layers or those control layers, that ultimately everyone really feels the same. I can give you an example, obviously an anonymous example, but I worked once with a CEO of a very big company. Now, on the outside, he looked like he was incredibly confident. He had an amazing job, amazing salary, amazing family, but actually he came to see me because underneath all of that, he was really unsure of himself and he lacked confidence. In his job, he had to do things where he looked like he was confident all the time. So he had to not only run the company, but run multiple meetings and fly all over the world, kind of doing things that were so out of his comfort zone. And he came to me because he was really unsure of himself and how he presented himself in those situations. I can tell you now that no one that knew him would have known this. And to some degree, his family didn't even really know it because he wanted to appear like he had it all together, because he wanted to present the best side of himself, even to them. I share this case study with you because I want you to know that we all do this and we all have our own little demons and things that work against us. But I can tell you now that you absolutely can master these and you can manage them and learn to manage them in a way that will help you to really move forward. Now, as usual, I will share a quick exercise with you that will help you kind of start this process of managing some of this stuff. If you want any more help or advice with this, then you need look no further than clicking on some of the links that I'll put below here, or going to the website www.8modelpsychology.com, and you'll find a heap of resources and other videos there that will help you. But what I want to say before you dive into any of this stuff is none of this is a quick fix. For a start, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with you. I'm saying that actually lots of these feelings are normal, and the good news is that if you learn to manage them, you will genuinely feel happier. Building on the idea of this not being a quick fix, just consider that if you have these thought processes and things that really don't help you, then you're often having to override a lifetime of thinking and behaving in this way. So what I'm saying is give yourself some slack. Give yourself a get out of jail free card with this one, because you can work on it if you want to. The other thing just to quickly say is there is nothing that will be a magic pill or a cure. If anyone promises you a quick fix, I would run a mile, because it doesn't work that way. And in my experience of people who've got what they think is a quick fix, those demons and those thought processes that don't help them rear their ugly heads again and again. Like I said, the good news is that you can manage it. So one simple way that you can start to think about this and start to move forward and overcome some of these mindset blocks is literally just to start by writing some of it down. Changing the mode of communication, so going from thinking about these things in your head to either writing it down or speaking it, changes how you begin to process it, and it has you see things quite differently. So in this case, with your own blocks or perceived way of thinking that doesn't serve you or help you, I would start by taking a piece of paper and writing as much of this stuff down as possible. I would start by splitting your paper in two and having one side read worries and the other side read blocks. And then go for your life. Write down as much as you possibly can about all the current worries that you have, as well as the current blocks, so the things that you feel stop you from achieving what you want to achieve. They might well be things like I said at the start of the video, so you might be writing things down like, I really feel like I lack the confidence to do X or to achieve Y. Sometimes just in writing those things down, that could be the start of a process that can really help you. Now, if you feel brave enough or willing to do this, the other thing you can do is find a really safe person, so a good friend, or maybe you have a coach or a therapist that you're already working with. Then what you can actually do is work through some of those things with them. By that I mean share your blocks, share your worries, and actually with them and with their objective view, try and come up with ways that you can work around them. In other words, what plan can you have? How can you do things to counteract some of those blocks? What proactive steps can you make to actually alleviate some of that worry? I will put a link below to some of the other videos that will actually help you with that. So things like planning and goal setting and just actually feeling motivated. So don't worry, there's other help out there. In all of this, don't forget to take care of yourself. Your diet, your exercise, and just taking time out are really, really important, as well as things like having enough sleep and relaxing. These things are going to really contribute to your overall feelings and general sense of well-being. I'm going to be sharing some really exciting things with you in the next few weeks. Things that will really help you more with your mindset and some of these blocks that you might be experiencing. So do stick around, and remember, if you like what you've seen today, please click on the link below to subscribe, and that way you get this in your inbox every single week. Bye!